Yeah.
My dear fellow listeners, good evening once again and welcome to another edition of Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat is a Canadian initiative with a global impact. There are a few different ways to listen to us. You can listen to us on the regular dial, that's the radio, 102.7 CKMS FM. You can listen to us on Rogers Digital Cable for those of you who have the Rogers Digital Box. And of course, we are also live streamer Chit Chat here. So do take the opportunity to share page. We ask you to stay with us if you like to learn a thing or two. However, if you're looking for an opportunity to vent out negativity, this is not for you. Tonight, we have a very special guest, a good friend of mine, Asjad, who's joining us all the way from Toronto. He's taking time off his busy schedule to join us. Asjad, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing tonight?
Thank you so much. Good evening. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
The pleasure is ours, of course. So what we'll do, we'll give you a minute or two to introduce yourself to us. Let people know a little bit about you, where you were born, your educational background, and so on. Then we'll talk about, some of the community work you've been doing, your foundation, the Amal Foundation, all the great work you've been doing. We are going to talk about, your business profession, of course, and how can we not complete, or how can we not, talk about politics because you've also been in that political arena. So take a minute or so, introduce yourself to us, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, no, thank you very much. So my name is Asjad Hussain, and I'm from Pakistan. By profession, I'm engineer, electrical engineer. So I came to Canada in 2001, And then I established one non-profit organization named Amal Foundation, Canada. It's just for the prosperity of humanity. We did a lot, and we have a very long story for like these kind of things. And also after that, because whenever anybody come to Canada, there's a very odd jobs and this and that. We've gone through so many hardship for like this. Now I established a security company, and that, also in Ontario. Just recently I started from British Columbia too. There's another I established security company. So everything is going good. And also, we are both a part of politics too. So we do all the things like this. And I'm just waiting for the election now for MPP and see what happens after that.
Fantastic. Of course, we're both into politics, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But you've done something very interesting. When you came, you mentioned very briefly when you came to Canada here. You've had, you came here, of course, with your professional background as an engineer. You basically had to start all over, but you've done well despite the fact that you've had some challenges, and you've done so well. That's one thing. But you have been given back, and you have been given back, for so many different years. And it is so much needed, especially now with the COVID situation. Tell me about some of the work that you've done with the Amal Foundation. I've seen videos, I've seen pictures. I mean, I've known you for a while, and you've done some amazing work. Tell us why you get started with the foundation.
Yeah, I was when I came to Canada, it was very hard to get together like this. Everybody was busy for their jobs and these kind of things. I was so much worried, because if there is people together, there's a unity, we can share so many things like this kind of, because back home always be like this. We finish job in the evening, we are together. So I was used to these kind of stuff. So that's why I think in 2003, established non-profit organization named Amal Foundation Canada. So we gathered so many people, we organization, so many programs, and now almost 300 and more than 300 families are together like these kind of things. We are just like one family. That's the biggest thing. So after that, we start to do for the prosperity of humanity back home in Canada, in Bali, in India, in Pakistan, because people are suffering a lot. And that's my family is helping me a lot for these kind of all stuff. We are not going anywhere to begging this $1 or $2. I'm very much thankful to my family. They're helping me a lot. Especially we just established sometime free eye camps in Pakistan, sometime in Thalbarka desert. There's a very, very big desert. People are badly, even there's no electricity, no water, and we are also doing something there too. So also when I was last year, I was in Bali, and the people are suffering too. They're very poor people. They have no medicine like this kind of thing. And we are doing a lot in Bali too, in Indonesia. So also in Canada, wherever people need, we will always be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excellent. So I'm very much happy about that. So basically you saw a need and you decided to do something about it rather than ignore the situation, which is a beautiful thing. So what I want to do, just so that people have an idea, I want to quickly, hopefully I can pull it up here. I want to quickly highlight some pictures of the event that you have done. So who are we looking at here? Like, who are these people here?
They are also
supporters of the organization,
kind of, and directors of some organizations. They are always helping us whenever we need something. We have the meeting with them. They always help for this kind of stuff all the time. We have a lot of meetings, not only once, so many meetings with them. They are also part of our organization, and they help us for these kind of things.
Fantastic. So here it looks like what was going on here? There was some sort of
it was job fair.
Okay.
Yeah, it was job fair. We were helping the people how they can get the job, what we can help them is all from school and university student. They also got the jobs, and we did a lot for them. Even my family was there. They were helping them like this. Yeah.
Fantastic. And it looks like people are filling out job application and so on there. That's you in that corner.
My daughter is there too. My daughter is there too in Australia.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yes, we met her. I think she came to support me when I was running in 2018.
Yeah, you are also good.
Yeah, fantastic. So I'm just flashing this so that people can have an idea, of some of the outreach work
Yeah.
you have done.
Thank you so much.
And so on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. So how is this COVID situation affect you in terms of the huge event you have been doing, because you have been doing some amazing big events, that allow hundreds of family to come together.
Yeah.
And because of the COVID situation now, we cannot do as much. So how are you coping with that? What are you doing to stay connected with these family, because it is so much needed right now? It's more needed now more than it was before.
What we did, especially for back home and also India, Pakistan, Bali, first we distribute the mask there. Then we because we just arrange some people from that country, they are supplying, maybe you watch all the stuff, which are supplying food and everything to them every month. So it's a very good. I'm so happy because people are working there. We are sending money them there, and they are distributing food and other stuff, whatever they are. You just knock the door and drop there and go away, like these kind of things. They are doing everywhere. And even in Canada, if people need something, we just buy the food, buy video, whatever we can share, we are doing in Canada too, because I have so many family members and so many people who badly need something. So we don't disclose their name and other stuff, and we are helping them. It's a very, very good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because you have the picture. I send you the picture. Maybe you watch it.
Yeah. Hopefully I can pop those ones up as well too. Yes, I mean, the organization has been doing amazing work,
yes.
Which is really, really good, and these are big events and it's very much needed. So I just so you know, we appreciate the work that you're doing, and we hope that you continue to kind of do that. So what can we expect from our organization? It looks like nothing is holding you back from contributing, through the organization. You are still moving forward. You're still helping, despite the fact that we have the COVID situation, right? You are still moving forward.
Yeah, whatever we can do, because sometimes people phone us and they need something. We have the people. They always go there, and with the mask and all social distance and everything, we are taking everything. So whenever they need food, whenever they need something else, we are providing them everywhere, wherever the people. So, and back home in the same situations, and again, the second wave is coming again, and people are so stressed, they don't have the job and so many things going on. You understand all the stuff. Whatever we can do, we'll always be everywhere. Yeah, we're very happy for this thing, because it's human. We have to do. We must add the values in the community. That's the most important thing. Because if we can do, why not? We should do everything, whatever we can do, like this kind of stuff. Some people, they are very rich, they have everything, but I don't know why they are not helping us like this type of things. I don't know why they are not doing that.
No, that's good. No, well, keep in mind, it takes unique people, special people to do certain things. And so not because people have a lot of things means that people will give. Not everybody has it in them to give, right? So some people don't have much and they still give. So there's a big difference there, Some people, the more they have, the more they want. There's an old saying.
You know each and everything. So you are doing the same thing. You're also helping the people. You have to everything. I know, even in politics, I know you are doing the best. So same thing, we are on the same pattern. Yeah.
For sure. So that's great. We appreciate what you do, just so you know that. So tell me a little bit about your business. You came to Canada here. You are a very brilliant, dedicated man, by the way. It is not easy to become an engineer. It takes a lot of dedication and hard work and all of that, right? And so you have that with you. Nobody cannot take that away from you, but you were still able to transition to start your own business here in Canada, which can be a little bit challenging at first, but now I can see that you're all settled in, you're doing great, you're growing and all of that. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, thank you very much. I would say by the grace of Almighty God, we are doing the best. Now I had the security company named Quick Response Security, almost 10 years we are doing these things. So business is going very good. We hire the security guard, and also we provide the security guard training. They're mostly now online. Everything is now online. So business is going good now. I just established business in British Columbia. I'm so happy now. I will move to British Columbia. I will manage the business there. So I have business in Ontario. I'm going to now have the business in British Columbia. So we are hiring the student for security guards, and also we are providing a security guard training. We have team. They are working very hard, and I'm so happy for these all the things.
Good, excellent. So you mean you will be going back and forth, kind of thing?
Yes, that's
good. Yeah, good, excellent. I like your style. You know, when you see opportunity, you go after it, which is all.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Especially international students, they suffer a lot. You know very well, especially because they're very shining. They are very well educated, and because whenever they get the job in the security, it's a very cool and calm place. They just go for the job, and they can sit and they can study there instead of going to the factory and working very hard and a very hard job. And security job is very peaceful and very quiet job, especially for the student, and they are very much happy for these kind of things. So I'm happy for that.
Fantastic. So what would you say are some of your most, highly accomplished pieces for you since you came to Canada? I mean, you've accomplished quite a few things, but what are some of the things you think, that they're so, meaningful to you that you are willing to share with us?
Yeah, because Canada is a land of opportunity. You can say everybody can establish, everybody can promote their self if they just use their mind and senses, because there are so many opportunities. One thing is people never disclose the thing. Even they are sitting with you, they are eating with you, they never say you that something good. But when you go to the government sector, they always advise you. If anybody want to can start the business, there are so many opportunities, believe me. And I would say to everyone, try to be your own boss. Try to be your own boss. Instead of you're working for someone, you're making somebody rich, why not you start your own thing? People say, oh, I don't have money and this and that, because there are so many ways you can get money from. The government are providing so many things for the people. They can start their own business, because if when you start your own business, you feel so comfortable, because if you work somewhere, it's a fixed money. It's just a fixed money. You are just waiting for that. In a business, sometime ups and downs, but you grow up very fast in a business, especially. So I would, because all the rich people, they are the business people, not the people who are working somewhere. They never be rich. They never can enjoy their life. I think so. Yeah, be your own boss. I suggest for everyone.
No, you brought up a very important point. When we work with people, basically we are using our skills, our knowledge, and we are working for them. And really, right? And so pretty much they're the ones gaining, right? But if we have the knowledge, if we have the resources and so on, I think what you said there is a beautiful thing. We should find a way, if we can, to be our own boss, where we are taking control, and we are kind of being the champion, rather than we are giving our heart and soul to people. So I agree with you on that one there. So I'm hoping people who are watching and listening are picking up some tip from you here, because it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but believe me, everybody has a skill. Everyone has a skill. They are so genius, because all human have the different skill, because only they have to go inside, that they find out where they can move. So everybody can be prince, believe me. Only just to motivate them, just to give them right direction, and everybody's wonderful. Everybody's wonderful. Only find out their inner skill, what they can do, because God give them everybody different skills, and they have the opportunity to promote. Only they have to bring them out. Because some people are very good in sports, some people are very good in speech, some people are very good in politics, depending on the people where they want to go, like this kind of. Sometimes in back home, like this kind of thing, you want to be an engineer. The parents always push you, go for medical profession, this, like, because you want to be an engineer. So like these kind of things, people don't understand where they have to go. Sometimes there are so many things, because they don't have money, they have so many things, they just go in the wrong direction, and rest of their life they never go in the right direction. That's a really disaster for their life, I would say.
This. Oh yes, very good point you brought up there. And that's one of the things I do, and I always encourage my clients when I meet with them, We all have, something unique in us, but it's up to us, of course, to dig deep into ourselves to
Yeah.
find out what that is. And once we find that, then nobody can take that away from us, because only us can
Yes.
know what that uniqueness is. And so I'm glad that you took the time to kind of share that with us here, so that our
Because
viewers
I
and
know each
listeners
and
can get.
everything. You also hear these kind of stuff everywhere too.
Yes, I know, but like nice when we can hear it from people like yourself as well too, because you're a very brilliant man, of course. So,
Thank
my
you.
dear fellow listeners, for those of you who have just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. Keep in mind there are a few different ways to listen to us. You can listen to us on the regular dial, that's the radio, 102.7 CKMS FM. You can listen to us on Rogers Digital Cable for those of you who have the Rogers Digital Box. And of course, we are also live streamer Chit Chat here, so do take the opportunity to share a page. We are joined tonight by a good friend of mine, Asjad, who is a businessman, a politician. He's also the chairman for the Amal Foundation, an organization that really exists to serve the people in need. He now has been serving hundreds of people, not only here in Canada, but also out of Canada as well. And we are so glad that he is taking time off his busy schedule to share with us, about his passion, about his life in general, because ideally at the end of it all, we hope that our listeners and viewers can walk away some important pieces. And already he has hammered some really important pieces. So let's talk about politics. I mean, you know as well that I'm very much passionate about politics. When I ran in 2018, you came to my house. We were all watching the result. Though I didn't win, you motivate me and you said, Narayan, you've done well what you've done. Not too many people can do, and that I appreciate. But let's talk
Thank
about
you.
you now. So
Yes, yes.
you yourself have run a few times. Like, why did you choose to run for politics? It is a challenging thing. It's a hard thing to do, but you have still done it. You've done it really well. Why you've decided to put your name to be considered?
Yeah, believe me, because people are suffering a lot. And sometimes, if anybody is elected like a MP or MPP, and people are facing so many things, they are moving around the offices, nobody bother like this thing. So because we are in a big community, we are going door to door, we have always party, and I always listen so many bad stuff from there, and nobody listen to them. So that's why I just want to be I just want to be in a big position that people should, so I should help the people. We believe some people are living in community housing, and they suffer every day lot of things. Some people they're very well professional, they are not getting good jobs. So I want to be in a big position, and I should help the people like these kind of things. So I gone through all that these things, so I know, I'm very well aware how the people are facing and how they are suffering. Because if you don't have food at home, and you can understand how people are in disaster situation. So that's why I just want to be in politics, and I want to be in a big position to help the people like these kind of things. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, as you know, there's a good chance of election, happening at some point. You know, um, you know, if not now, soon. Do you have any plans in running? Because we definitely will have, of course, the the federal election happening, and also we will be having the federal election and provincial election. So, do you have any plans in running for
Yeah,
the upcoming election at all?
yeah, I have planned for the provincial election for sure from Halton region. So I'm just working on it, and I will try my best for that too.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So what was the experience like for you when you ran last time?
Yeah, because it was very good experience, and I went go through door to door. I met the people. People were so nice because it was just introduction at that time.
Mhm.
Now in Halton region, because we arranged so many parties, so many programs, so many events. Now people knows me very well in this area, so I'm very much hopeful for the best result. Yeah.
Fantastic. So when you are not, working, when you're not doing anything when it comes to the Amal Foundation, when you're not doing anything when it comes to, your business, the quick response business, when you're not doing anything with politics, what is it that you do with your extra time?
Mostly, I love to read books, and I love to watch motivational speakers, because every day you need the motivations, because we just have four in brain, and whatever we feed, brain has no their own brain, but whatever we feed, we get from our brain. So every day we need the motivation. Every day after praying and other stuff, every day I listen motivational speakers, and I really enjoy it every day. Every time I get something new. Every day I get something new, and I love to read the books, and also listen motivation speakers. That's why I enjoy every day for these things. Even I'm driving, I'm listening. I don't watch the stupid stuff. I always watch like a motivations and other stuff like these kind of things. Yeah.
So it looks like you are spending your time very wisely, which is a beautiful thing.
We have to, because we have to learn every day. Every day is new lesson. Every day is new lesson. So when you are in a public, you have to motivate other people too. If you know something, you can just distribute all your things to the other people too. So that's I'm working on these kind of things too. Yeah.
So I don't want to put you on the spot here, but you are a Muslim. You practice, that. Do you know that this is the month of Muslim Heritage Month?
Yes, I know.
Okay, I'm just checking.
You always on Facebook. I watch you all the day. So because we are always in a community, not only it's Canada is a multicultural country.
Yes, yes.
I love everyone. I love everyone. I'm saying from my heart. It's not the words. So because if you do something, God always help you. I believe on these kind of stuff. So because I always says I'm nothing, only God make me like this. So if I see anybody's in trouble, believe or not, I cannot sleep properly. So whatever I can do, I always be there. So this I feel like this kind of stuff. I don't know. Because some people call me, for example, midnight, and they say, what are you doing? I say me where I have to be there. So if you are in trouble, I can come in a half an hour or 1 hour, wherever you are. Like that. My door is open for these kind of things. Even my family, they are also helping, like neighbors and other people. All the time we are in the people like this.
I have to give you credit for what you have just said. And I know when you're running, for any sort of political position, it is a tough thing. And I have to say that I was very much appreciative and pleased that you came all the way from Milton to support me here in Kitchener on several occasions. And I think that speaks volume of you as a person. Even the debates that I've done, you came just to show your support. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because when I was doing the debate and when I saw you in the audience, it gave me a different kind of energy, knowing that there are people supporting it, And the fact that you came all the way from Milton was such a beautiful thing. I just, I do appreciate that, and many other places too. You know what I'm talking about, right? And so, and I hope that you continue to support me, because I do plan on running again.
For sure. No doubt, I always, because we are in the same boat. And you are, because you always motivate me. I always motivate, because you have the skill. I know you very well. And I hope you will be sometime in a big position like MPP or MP, because people love you there in region. So I know. And one day you will be there.
I hope yes. Thank you for your blessing there. I do appreciate that for sure. So, in life, you and I know that we have negativity. We have people who are negative. People tend to, some people, they only see the negative side of things. Doesn't matter how the situation is good, they still find a way to be negative. As a professional person, as a knowledgeable person, as an educated person, you have seen things from different angles. How is it that you deal with negativity in your life?
Yes, sometimes I always, because if you have to travel a little longer, you cannot hold heavy stuff in your hand. You just have to ignore. That's the best thing. In back home, sometime in a small town, if the bus is going on the road, dog always bark on the bus. but bus is going on their way. Because if you are positive and if you are clean, you don't care for anyone. You don't care. You have your own direction. You have to achieve a very, very big target like this country, because I love people. I love people. I want to do something for humanity or like these kind of things. So I don't care if anybody say negative, especially whenever, because if you go up, is sometimes in the government sector, they jealous from you. I've been gone through with this kind of thing. Only just they will bother you for this or this. Even some people jealous too. I'm sorry to say this thing. If you are going good, some your very close people, they are jealous. I don't know why. We don't hurt anybody. Everybody knows we love everyone, like these kind of things. So, but we try our best. If anybody is negative, be negative. You have to go your own direction, because you cannot hold heavy stuff on your hand if you have to travel a little longer. So I just ignore everything. I just have my own way.
You know, that's a beautiful example that I haven't heard before. This is the first time I'm hearing this example. I like it. That's a very good example. I know, because we can only carry that weight for so long, right? If we want to get, what a very beautiful example, because if we want to get to our destination with, stress-free and guarantee, kind of thing, we need to drop those weights and let those weights stay right where they are, right? Because those weights cannot move without us carrying them, right? So why should we carry the weight if we don't have to? I like it.
Long way. You have to go a long way. If you're holding that all negative stuff, how you can go a long way? That's
I know, and then you get tired really fast. You really have to let it go.
Because one more example, when the bus is going on the road back home like this in the small village, and dog always going and barking on the bus. What the hell is that? But bus is going on their way, like this kind of stuff. I don't care.
Wow.
You are positive. I mean, you have to do something for the prosperity of humanity, and you love people. You don't care for anything. People pray for you. That's the thing.
So maybe the dogs are barking because they're scared. Maybe they're scared to get hit. They're scared for their lives.
You're scared of what's going on with That's so nice.
No, it's such a good example, and it's just a reality thing, though. I have to tell you that I'm so glad. Like, I learned so much having people like yourself on the show here. I didn't thought of that one, but believe me, I'll be using them at some point whenever the time is right, for sure. But I definitely learned something for sure.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, how about I know you and I, we have went to different restaurants to support different businesses. I went all the way to Milton, to kind of taste different food, because you're open to try different things, but also you're a person, you like to support these businesses and so on, which is a beautiful thing on your end. But apart from that, like, do you have a favorite food, a favorite dish that you always look forward to have, that you cook or somebody cook at home, or you're making a request to have that kind of thing, or you just eat anything?
If you ask me true, every time at home, and my wife always asks, what you want? I said, anything, anything. So because I'm always rush man. All the time I'm doing something. This. So all foods are good. I'm happy for everything. Because in our community, biryani and plow and other stuff. We normally, because thank God, all the weekends, all the time. Now is the time is changed. It's just COVID-19 and people are not mostly coming. Before every Saturday, Sunday, we were busy somewhere like this. And so we share food, because I always arrange, sometimes people call us for get together, we arrange food and like this kind of, all the time happy time. Because life is very short. Life is very short. And the moment if people say when you shake hands someone, you never know you again shake hand with this man or not. Be smile and with the full of love, like these kind of things. I believe on things. So food, every food is welcome for that, like this.
Yeah, so true. Another good point you brought up there, today we are here, tomorrow we may be gone. That's just the reality of life.
You never know.
So that's one of the reasons we have to always try our best to make the most of life. So we appreciate all of that reminder, of course.
Yeah.
So what?
Something happened like this. We are angry for someone and he passed away. then we cry. For what will you cry? Just be nice with anybody who's positive or negative, whatever he has in mind. Just be smile and with a good feeling. Everybody's good. Nobody's bad like this. So we should be happy because what the moment we have, you never know. You sometimes we were living with our parents, with the brother, sister, and the thing then the time come when they passed away, then after that we cry. Why not whenever we have family, brother, sister, friend, we should be happy. And the most important thing, we should tolerate the negative thing. And also we should give the people benefit of doubt. Sometime once I listened to a story, one man was sitting on McDonald's and his kids were making so much noise and people were so stressed. And one of them, they just asked this man, why your kids are making so nice? He said, half an hour ago, my wife passed away. And I don't know where I have to go with these 5 kids. So sometimes happen like this. We should always give benefit of doubt. And we should tolerate the things. We should deal with a big heart. So I believe on these kind of things because in Canada and other people are so much isolated, you know very well.
That's right, yeah.
And they don't share it. I don't know why not. Even in the jungle, animals live together like this. But here, I don't know why they don't mix up each other. And now the government want we should meet each other like this, like that. So after long time, now they wake up. The family should be together. Neighbors should be together like. So I wish everything would be fine after some time.
Yes, and I mean with the COVID situation, it makes it more challenging. Of course, a lot of people are stuck at home, and so it caused a lot of uncomfortableness in terms of not being able to kind of mix and mingle like how people used to do. And so I totally hear what you're saying. I think that's one of the reasons why people like yourself and so on try to arrange events so that people don't have to be as isolated. I was looking for the word, by the way. People don't have to be as isolated because they're having an opportunity to kind of come out. And that's one of the reasons why we do the event that I do, the cultural event. You came to the event many times. We do the event so that people can kind of come out so that they don't have to be stuck at home. They can come out, they can celebrate their culture, they can, mix and mingle with people, which is extremely important. So that they can just be free, and so that is a beautiful thing that you're taking the time to share on here. So what would be some of your most challenging times in your life, whether that be back home or whether that be here? What would be some of the most challenging times?
Yeah, back home, because I was working in a very good position there. So when I came to Canada, it was really, really very hard because when you come from top to bottom, it's very hard. Because I was working like a good position, everything was good, money is good, salary was good. When I came to Canada, I was living in a small place. We were 6 family members. So, and also it was very hard to get job. Then I start odd jobs from beginning, this and this and this. It was a little hard for me because top to bottom is little hard. These are it's very, very hard things. So slowly, by the grace of Almighty God, the thing going good. Now after that, this was the challenge when because when you are in an odd job, you just cover your head, your foot is without anything. So when you cover your foot, head is without anything, like these kind of things, these the thing. So also when you're surviving, it's a very, very hard time. It's a very, very hard time. Even we can write a book about the problems what we face in the past. So it's what everybody gone through these all the things. Some very, very professional people, medical doctors, they're driving cabs and these things, but after some time they come on the right position. Everybody has to go through these all the stuff. But it's very hard. It's not easy. It's not easy because if you just come for study and then it's a little easy. But when you work in a good position, then you have to come top to bottom. But Canada is a land of opportunity. If you have brain, you can go through all the things. You can be a very big person if you know, if you in good society. Always people in the land says, if you have good friend around you, like you, so they always, because your society, your good friend change you. Because if you want to see anyone, you can see there are only 5 friends. you can understand what kind of person he is. So if you want to grow yourself, you should be in a good people, very motivated people, they are well established, then you can promote yourself. If you are always be in a down level people, you're never successful, I tell you. Because if you go in a good place, you always learn everything. Every time you are learning something, you promote yourself. I believe on these things. And thank God I always have a nice fellows around me, so that's why I am going better.
Yes, you brought up such of a good point. You talk about if you surround yourself with good people and motivating people, of course, your things will be a lot better, because you're having that opportunity to grow. And that's one of the things we really encourage people to do, is to really reach out to 5 people or so, people who know more than them. Because if you surround yourself with people who know more than you, you're giving yourself the opportunity to grow professionally. But if you're always surrounding yourself with people, with the same level as you or lower, so to speak, then you're not giving yourself the opportunity to grow. So thank you for reminding us about that, because we really emphasize that on here. So we appreciate that. That's for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
much. You talk about challenges. And there's no question that all of us have gone through challenges in life. Some of us more than some, we all have gone through challenges at different stage in life. And that's just a normal thing. Despite the fact that we all have gone through challenges in life, there are still things we can look back and be grateful for. What are some of the things you are grateful for in your life?
Yes, what I will say, I always grateful. I always thank to God, whatever I have. Sometimes people just cry for minor thing. Even I'm talking to you, I'm thankful to the God. I have hand, I have eyes, I have everything. I'm lucky enough. I'm lucky enough, because we have to thankful to the big God. So whenever the people, sometime you can see one person was without shoes and he was crying. Oh, I don't have the shoes. When he came out from the store and he saw one person without leg, and he said, just at the same time, he said to that God, thank you so much. At least I have leg. Because we should be thankful for everything. I believe on one thing. We should be thankful for everything. You're laughing.
No, it's a good point. I like that.
Some people, for minor thing, why I don't have this, I don't. They cry for the things what they don't have. But we should be happy what we have. That I believe on these things.
So right, because that goes to show that, regardless of our situation, there's always somebody who is in worse situation than us, and we don't recognize it, for sure. So so such a great example. I'm laughing in a good way, because you've kind of really giving example of everything you respond to. So you're not only answering the question, you're also giving example, and such a great example. I think, were you a professor back in your country? Because it looks like you've been doing it well. Because that's what professors do, teachers and instructors, they give an example.
and believe me, people need these things, because I know you are also motivating every day to the people. Maybe if they get one tip, maybe they can progress, they can go somewhere in a good position, like this kind of thing. People, because we have to motivate the people. We have to motivate our fellows, our friends like this. Why not? Even sometimes with the words, sometimes with the others money, sometimes with other things. Because if you are alone, you have so much trust. If you are with and everybody says at least everybody should spend at least 1 hour with their friends. Because in a family, you always very typical. You just feel like a business. You have to make your wife happy. You have to make your kids happy. If you are with your friend, you're very open. And our psychologist said every day, at least you should spend 1 hour with your fellows. Because in fellows, you're very much open. You can share everything. In a families, you are very much little different. You have to make happy this person. It's a kind of business. You are doing business with everyone. I know I'm right or wrong, but I believe on this thing. Even in a family, in somewhere, whenever you are in a friend, you are very much open. You laugh. You also need just because I read somewhere 5 people who were there very near to die. and somebody interviewed them and just asked them, what regret you have? They said, we have the regret. We never think for ourselves. We always think for the other. So sometimes we should give time to ourselves too. Ourselves, when you go to friends, you laugh, you relax, you get energy, you just come back home and go to your business, you are again the same guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe on these things because in Canada, you know, very much isolation. People are just stress faced and they're not laughing because they're alone. They're just thinking by their own way. If they go to the friends every day, they are different. I believe on these kind of stuff like this.
Of course, it's important for people to take time for themselves. You know, in social work, we call it self-care because
Yeah,
it is very much recommended. It is something we push for to make
yeah,
sure that we take care of ourselves because I did an episode in the show where we were talking about the fact that we cannot feed off an empty bucket. And what that means is that if we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't have the energy physically and mentally,
yeah.
then we wouldn't be able to take care of other people. So what you have said there is a very important thing. We must take care of ourselves. We must take care of ourselves first, and put ourselves first is not a selfish thing. All it
No,
means is that it's allowing us to serve people better, right? Because if we don't have the energy, if we don't have, you know, physically ready and mentally ready, we wouldn't be able to help people properly, right? So you've brought up a very, very good point there.
because they say if you love yourself, people love you. That's a
Mm.
fine thing. If you
Well,
love
there
yourself, people love you. That's the thing. If you don't care yourself, nobody cares you. Yeah.
you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'll do now, our show is a freestyle show, of course. I want you to know that I appreciate you joining us here. We appreciate you. You know, this is not the first time you've been on the show. Of course, you've came, you know, at the studio many times and all of that. But this is the first time we are doing it in this format because of the COVID situation. But we appreciate the fact that you took the time. Just so you know, I always admire you for always touching base with me. You always check in, which is so important to
Thank
check
you.
in with each other, even for a minute. You always do it. You just check in and say, Ryan, I want to just to see how you're doing. How's your family doing? And then you're saying, I'll talk to you later. That's a powerful thing.
Thank you.
And so I hope I'm doing it enough. I try my best to do it as well too, you know.
Oh, you
Right.
always motivate. So nice person. Yes.
Right. And so but just so you know, I appreciate you joining here. Appreciate you share, you know, your inspiring story. You're a very successful individual. You have lots of energy. You know, there's a reason why the two of us get along really well because we have lots in common. You know, you know me as well. That when I do things, I give it my all, and I think you recognize that. And you always go out of your way to support me. You know, and sometimes
Of course.
just being there, you know, just being there, it's more than enough, more than anything else, right? And so and you always make that effort to do that. Even on the shows that I do here, the community shows, you always come to show your support. You bring people along, you know, all of that. And so just so you know, those things are not gone you know, unnoticed. I do appreciate that. What I'm doing now, I'm giving you the opportunity to say anything you would like to say, maybe things you wanted to say but I didn't ask you. Go ahead, share anything you want to share, and then we'll wrap it up from there.
So just one thing, because whatever anybody can do for the deserving people, we should help them. That's more people are suffering a lot everywhere because we cannot help everyone. Wherever you can help, we should try our best like these things are. So if you can afford time, if you can afford money, we should help the people, deserving people back home. Because if you help them, believe or not believe, you get something from somewhere. So if we will not die with the money, we should share to the people, we should help. I just believe on, and if you have right direction for someone, and let them know this is the right, especially whenever the people come to Canada, they are looking for help, they are looking for the right direction. People, I don't know why they kept silent, they never disclose the thing, they never give them the direction. I don't know why, because they just enjoy with them and they don't give them the right direction. I don't know why it is like this. So if you know something, just share to someone. It's not to just keep inside and people die, they're taking inside why it is like this. Because if you can spare $10, $20 to help someone. If you don't have money, just help with the words. Because we are living almost 19, 20 years, we know we have a lot of experience. We have in the government sector, we are dealing with the communities, we are dealing everywhere. Why not we can little spare time to help them? Believe me, people have energy. People are very, very smart. Only they just need the right direction. Help the people, add the values in the community. This is my only, what I would like to say. Because if people say, oh, if you have money, then you can start. It's totally wrong. You have nothing, you can start your own business and try to be your own boss. People are scared. Nothing, no need to be scared. The government helps you for so many ways like this. Only you have to understand where you have to go, and you should be your own boss. Don't work for someone. I'm sorry to say, some people maybe feel bad, but I will say be your own boss like this. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. So don't go anywhere until I give you the okay to leave, okay? So my dear fellow listeners, as we are approaching the end of tonight's program, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. Please remember to tune in to us again tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, where we have another special guest. On behalf of myself and our very knowledgeable guest here tonight, Asjad Hussain, both of us would like to join together and wish you a great today and even a better tomorrow. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much, Nan.